Okay, so today we have a new format where we have 5 bays each and we take turns choosing one of the opponent's bays to ban until we have 3 remaining, and then from there we ran just a normal set of games. There were some other little rules that came up, like outscoring and reshooting. That was different, but this was the main rules. And so here we're just choosing whose bays to get rid of. Annoyingly, he took my impact on Underneedle, which I really love. And another thing, this battle is in Takaratomi stadiums. Okay, up first we have my Raw against an Impact. So all I'm trying to do is avoid any of the super early hits, avoid any massive recoil, and try and outspin on point. Me realizing he was on gear ball. Luckily I get the burst, which is great for me, and that's 2 points. Next I go into my Buster and immediately shoot out. That's a warning of the reshoot. And that's definitely a mid-air collision, and we're definitely redoing. Okay, here, so I'm trying to get big hits and end this fast, either with a pocket, extreme, or burst. Seeing how I'm very tilted, that means a lot of stamina will be burnt and looks very unlikely for Buster here. But it's still a reshoot based on somebody bumping into me behind. Okay, hopefully this is the last one, and the same again. We're going to hit big hits, burst pockets, or just kill the stamina of the other bay. All these hits look worrying for me, but surprisingly, Buster outspins. Okay, so now we move on to our third and final bays of the order before reordering. Phoenix 780 height. Surprisingly, first time I've ever tried it, and he gets a surprise self pocket. Points to me. Oh, it would have been points to me if I hadn't lied and we went in for a reshoot. So yeah, we're redoing that one. And with this, I'm trying to just hit a tilted launch to make Phoenix start extreme dashing later, but it seems to have gone wrong and we haven't extremed at all, and we're just tilted the whole game, which was worrying. Once I saw no extremes, I kind of knew where this was going to end up for me in the end. Yep. Next, Buster again, big hard hits, pocket or KO. Managed to hit it there, but it's ruled as in mid-air, so I'm going to slow it down for you guys. I bounce off the wall, and then he bounces, and then it's hit. It is definitely not a mid-air. But it's ruled a mid-air collision, and we reshoot. I straight go into pocket, come out, kill a lot of stamina, and that's that point. Damn. Next point was a reshuffle, and I'm immediately extremed, making the points very, very even. I go back in with Raw Tyranno, my favourite bay, but the launch there is very hectic. Ooh, a little jump. Yep, that was cool. But with the way I'm moving, there's no way I can win this one. I'm completely killed. Yep. Next, we're going up my Buster to try and win some big points. He goes with Impact. I guess the same idea. Expect big hit, but it just brushes and over. Next game. Okay, next battle's up against Felix, who I have a rivalry with since we made it to the store champs for the national qualifiers last time, and he beats me. So I was looking for revenge here. And he goes up with Rod. I go with Buster, which is a matchup I love. Just cleaning the stadium from any dirt and specks we see, as it matters. So same again, you know my strat for Buster. Hard launch, try and do a big point damage, and we managed to pocket. Amazing recoil there, I didn't expect that, but very happy with it. Next up we have my Impact against his Raw Tyranno, so he also runs it. A man of culture, I see, he understands that beautiful blade. Okay, and with this one I run in Impact differently. It's on Underneedle, so what I wanted to do is just place in the middle and take as many hits as possible whilst tanking that and remaining spinning, hopefully more than the other blades. The Underneedle also gives potential for bursting, but yep, it does its job there and takes the point. Okay, so this is a Phoenix against a Cobalt Dragoon. So realistically, we're trying to get it up out of here ASAP. And I clearly get spooked and launch weirdly and shoot out the stadium. We shoot. Okay, tilt launch so that we can late extreme dash. But we're taking some big hits. Usually we start extreming around about now. But from the way the Dragoon's punching us up, we haven't been. Oh, we're complete up right now and not enough stamina left to hit the extreme. So this is where I'd be in scary territory, guys. And Goon does what Goon does. Okay, so a reorder and it looks like I'm going back in with the impact. Realize I showed my bay too early. Realize I don't care and keep it anyway. And Felix comes in with, yeah, his rod. Would make sense if I'd seen the impact too. Now this is a less favourable matchup for me, but here, same thing, try to get a really powerful launch to get impact spinning super fast and just be ready to hit those recoily hits. But as Wizard Rod super recoil itself and being played as a stamina bay here, there's no chance that this was ever going well without an extreme. So next, I know I'm going for Buster to try and get some big points, and he uses Raw Tyranno. So in this situation, I want a strong, hard launch and try and catch him super early. Except I love somehow launch into him and pocket, which is a reshoot. I'm trying to go for the same again, and I'm reverse extremed. Wow, guys, today was really not my day. Okay, so for the last ones here, Felix goes in with his Goon. I go in with Phoenix. I want to do less angle tilt to hit an extreme earlier. I do, and I'm reversed KO'd, and that's the end of the game. Damn. Okay, so next game I'm going with Raw Tyranno against, I think it's a Clear Drake. That's definitely a mid-air collision, so a reshoot for us. I think there was contact, so I think he gets a point on that one. Next, that's a Phoenix Wing against a Tyrannic Beat, it looks like. And so that looks like a mid-air collision and definitely a reshoot. It looks like possibly mid-air again. Wait for the slow-mo. Yeah, that was like mid-air. And so reshoot. Next. It's called a reshoot, but that's definitely not. It bounced on both sides and then hits. Yeah, but as you can see, we reshoot for a third time. Try and hit the same launch. And that one counts. 2 points to me. Okay, so I switched things up and tried to use Cobalt Dragoon myself, and as you can tell from the launch, I don't use it very much. Reshoot, and one, I played it on ball, so without elevate it's never going to perform as well, and two, I am not as versed at using it, so I'm just expecting a spin finish here. And you can definitely tell that, yep, just a spin finish. Okay, some decision making on reordering. I go back in with my Raw Tyranno, and I think he goes in with Beat, so a Dino matchup. Another reshoot. And, ooh, that looks like a burst? Yeah, my Raw had burst. And with it bursting, I have lost the second game. Guys, I'm 2 games down today, going horribly. Next up, we're going against Mimi, who I've played a few times before and always end up having some of the most interesting games with. Loads of reshoots, loads of hard to calls, loads of just miscellaneous games. So we'll see what happens here. She goes in with a Beat. I go in with Phoenix Wing. Oh no, Impact, sorry. And the Beat immediately bursts. That's called a reshoot, so we do that again. This one Seems to be okay. Told you guys what the strat was with the impact on Underneedle. Right, it doesn't look like it's tanking those heats as well, and beat wins.
3, 2, 1.
Next, I'll go in with Buster, so you know what the strat is. It gets pocketed, but somehow fights back and pulls back, but with no stamina left. She takes the win. Next, I'm running Viper Tail, 560 ball, and end up immediately getting pocketed by the Shelter Drake.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, you guys get how the Buster launches go, but looks like it was a mid-air contact, but I couldn't see at all, so we just assume. Okay, so I'm going for a typical Buster launch, hard and strong. I believe it's still called as a reshoot, even though it most definitely was not. These things happen, guys. Make sure you record your games. Ooh, the beast hit outside the stadium, comes back in, and it was an early. Yep, and look at that, just another one. And then Buster doing Buster things. Yeah, I don't want to get my hand in, and BS8 just comes in and just picks up, says, get out of the way, little bro. Okay, again, let's see if we can actually finish this match. And nope, looks like we're shooting again. And again. Do we have hope for this one, guys? Ooh, look at this. And then I'm just shot out the stadium. Like, what are these games? What are these games? What are these matches? But that most definitely does count, and that gives Mimi the win, meaning I'm 3 down today. Next match, you guys get it. We're choosing what bays of theirs to ban. They do the same to us, and the ones left over are the ones we get to keep. Guys, losing the impact and my Buster was painful. So I've got my Viper Tail, my Phoenix Wing, and then my Raw Tyranno. Anguano, that's Raw Tyranno first. Up against the Impact Drake. We're just trying to outspin on our point bit here and not take any crazy hits, which we managed to do, securing the 1 point. Next is my Viper Tail, my Wizard Rod Killer, and up here it comes against a Wizard Rod. So we're just gonna check. I'm not sure why we're relaunching. Maybe that was early. That looks good. Now let's see if we can get Viper Tail to do what I wanted to do, which was be a recoily, less stamina version of Wizard Rod. Okay, so you know this is going to be super boring from the start. Let's hope something psych happens.
I need something, otherwise this ain't going well.
Okay, so I wouldn't say this is exciting per se, but it looks like the Viper's got more stamina than the Wizard Rod left, which is interesting. Of course, this could be down to launches, angles, power, all of these things. And overall, I'd say Wizard Rod is still stamina king, and Viper Tail does not compare. But in this specific case, Rod is tilting, Viper is upright, and with enough of a push, Viper beats Rod. Okay, so next I have the Phoenix. Looks like it's up against a Shark Edge. We both went for tilted launches, probably to delay our extreme dashes. They're clashing tilt for tilt, but in a balance off, I'd give it to Phoenix. And wow, late pocket for me. I'm happy about that, but that is very random. A reorder, I go back in with Phoenix again. And looks like it's a mirror match, so we get a rematch for the Shark on Phoenix. Both tilt launching again. And the Shark gets his revenge, hitting an extreme on me. Next we've got the Viper against the Wizard. And it was called mid-air, but that was not a mid-air. Guys, this is why we should always record and watch our games. The Viper is running away from me and pockets itself there. Okay, and mid-air into immediate bursting. Wait for it. Look at that. Oh, I bounce. I'm not sure actually. Guys, maybe he may have actually won that one. I'm not sure. But it's called a mid-air and we relaunch. Tilted a bit too much on the Viper this time, but Wizard Rod is really recoily and I didn't want to just be pinged into a pocket. But I think at the sake of a more defensive launch, I may have lost a lot of stamina. And as we can see, these very boring games go in between stamina bays is that Wizard Rod usually wins. From the launch I know that's raw and we're up against an impact, so we want to avoid all of the extreme dashes. We even hit some ourselves. Then we want to just remain stable and keep stamina, but we look very tilted past our point, which means this should go to the impact. And yeah, impact takes that one. So then I go back in with old reliable, backwards tilt, heavy backwards tilt, try and get some calls, and okay, it's called again for a reshoot. Backwards tilt, you know it's the raw. Go in and he hits a self KO, which means a reshoot. So we're just going again, same base. I do exactly the same thing he did, so I think that means a third reshoot. We actually score here. And what is that? That is either I'm early or they're late, but we both shot on shoots. But it was ruled early, and because it's the last point, we just go again. Very hectic, bad for the raw. Hopefully it can out stamina here, and it does. Now it's really match point, 6-6. I've got my Phoenix Wing going up against a Wizard Rod. I hate this matchup unless this Phoenix hits it early, which it was very close to pocketing. It's all over, and by this point I'm like, yep, it's done. There's nothing that's going to happen here that's really going to damage the Wizard Rod, and I'm tilted, so it's only a matter of time. And yep, he takes that one, and that was my day today, guys. Absolutely appalling, but we move. We don't always win them. We win some, we lose some. And as you'll see in my next video, we definitely do be winning some.